The Just Pearly Things situation has left the black people sector and has now crossed over into other sectors of YouTube. Valuetainment Money came out with a video defending Pearl. The host of the show started off by talking about who Pearl is, saying certain things that she did that was wrong. He played the certain statements that she made. I'm amazed he didn't play other statements that was made. And then after all of that, he defended Pearl. Listen to what he had to say, and here's my response.
So I'll tell Pearl this. She's 26, okay? Everybody's entitled to some mistakes. It's not like she was the one making these atrocious comments, but she is the one basically giving him a platform.
That's not true.
Similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder of, or the guy who made Roots said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do, is they embellish, and I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible, it was.
Right.
But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people.
Now here's the funny thing. This man just played the video clip that I just showed you right before he made that statement. How can you say it's not like she's the one who made this terrible comment? So you don't think it's terrible for her to belittle slavery? You don't think that when she says slavery was embellished, that's terrible? Is that what you're saying? Or are you just trying to shift the blame off of her and put it on Nick Fuentes? She said they embellished slavery. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. She didn't say the movie Roots was embellished, mind you. Slavery was embellished. Like I said before, you played this clip. How did you miss this? It shows that you're more focused on what Nick Fuentes said about the Holocaust than what Pearl said about slavery. Stop trying to take the blame off of her and put the blame on Nick. She deserves every single piece of scrutiny that she's getting.
So I'll also say this to Pearl. Sometimes you just kind of need to stay in your lane.
Yeah.
You know, they say that the riches are in the niches. Pearl, you're killing it by talking about relationships and red pill concepts and feminism. Maybe you don't dip your toes into slavery
just yet,
anti-Semitism, white supremacy. Maybe that's not for you. But if it is for you, just be prepared for that backlash.
Right.
This gentleman has the same thought that many of us had. When he's telling her, you know, Pearl, maybe you shouldn't do that next time. Or maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe you should stay in your lane. Well, as I pointed out in one of my previous videos, she was already told about Nick Fuentes, and people warned her not to platform him before she did it. The same exact thing you're saying now is the same exact thing that experienced people warned her not to do, and she went and did it anyway.
It's just kind of silly. And here's my opinion about Pearl, or her name is actually Hannah Davis. She's dumb. She's dumb because before the Nick Fuentes thing came out, she was asking people, or really kind of, you know what I mean, kind of like insulting people about this. Here's a tweet. This is from February 24th, 2023, just, you know, about a month ago. And she asked a question. It's like, hey, why are conservatives afraid of debating Nick Fuentes? It doesn't make any sense to me. If you think he's wrong, shouldn't you be able to say to his face why he's wrong so others don't listen to him? That's what his fans are going to feed you because they're trying to guilt you into platforming them. You don't have to bring everybody on. Your platform is my platform. If you don't bring me on, you're a coward. I don't want his energy anywhere near me. There's no upside to it, even if I did want his energy anywhere near me. Nobody wants to really touch this guy. That's just what it is. Pearly knew that. Many of us warned her, told her don't do it. She knew that we don't want to do it. We told her why, and she said, no, I'm going to do it anyway. You guys are cowards. You guys are weak. And then what did she do? After we warned her about it, after we said don't do it, she deletes the interview and apologizes. You could have avoided all that if you would have just listened to us when we told you from the beginning not to platform this guy, okay? Let him be over there. Let the Adam 22s of the world, the OnlyFans degenerate creator, let him platform Nick Fuentes, not you. You want to be this, you know, trad wife and traditional and dealing with black issues, relationships, talking about you know best. You can't even listen as a so-called traditional woman to the men that know better when they tell you don't bring that guy on. So whatever you got going on right now is 100% your fault.
So yeah, you're making these comments now, sir, but she already knew that. You're trying to paint this as if she's just 26. Come on, give her a break. First of all, it ain't just that she's 26 and she did something dumb. She's 26 and she thinks she knows more than everybody. She was fully aware of the consequences of what would happen, and she chose to do it anyway. She's not 12 years old. She's not 16 years old. She's not 20 years old or 21 years old. She didn't just legally become an adult. She's 26 years old. Stop saying that like a 26-year-old doesn't have the ability to make a proper decision, especially when there are experienced people talking to her and giving her advice. She chose not to listen to the advice. That's the facts.
I think she's a person that is open to sitting down with anybody, but sometimes when you're open to sitting down with anybody, you get sat next to somebody that is gonna make you look very bad.
After this debacle with Nick Fuentes, Pearl went on a platform of a man who's a known supporter of the misogynoir, the hatred of black women.
A lady, I'll put it up here. A lady says exactly, you prove the point. She's targeting the black community. Why? Because it's a popular and lucrative area. It doesn't mean she cares to fix the problems. So she's supposed to fix the problems that black women have created? She's supposed to fix the problems that black women themselves have created. Black women have made billions off of black female fuckery. Oprah Winfrey is the queen of black female fuckery, and she's made billions from it. But you're mad because now Pearly can make a couple of coins from it. That's the real problem a lot of us have with Pearl. It's time that the truth be told. You didn't say anything about Oprah Winfrey. You didn't say anything about Essence. You didn't say anything when Ebony magazine went from a proud tradition to a feminist shill. You didn't say anything about Kimberly Foster. You didn't say anything about Derek Jackson. Don't get me started on that. You didn't say anything about Steve Harvey. You didn't say anything about all of those people for years and decades making buku money off of the fuckery of black women. But here come Pearl, and now all of a sudden you got your back up. Bitch, please.
Pearl did a live stream on his show to try to make it appear as though she was being held accountable by the people. And on his show, he was blatantly disrespecting black women. Pearl sat there the whole time and did not say, wait a second. Hold on, this is wrong. Wait a second, I don't support this. She sat there and let this man do damage control for her while at the same time insulting black women. Repeatedly, not one time, not two times, over and over and over again. And then you just said she's willing to talk to anybody. She's willing to go to any platform and talk to anybody. Look at what happened when one of the callers who saw that this show was a farce said, Pearl, are you willing to come to a different platform and talk to the people directly? Look at her response.
It's just interesting how none of them, had anything to say to my face. I think if you are going to speak on someone, you should be able to say it to their face. So I'm just curious as to why they didn't show up.
Are you willing to go to a platform to talk to them? Another platform. Like they don't feel comfortable talking to you here. Are you willing to go to another platform to talk? A ground that they choose. Would you be willing to go to a neutral platform?
Yeah, but she needs to go. So, Pearl, I want to thank you for doing that.
Are they afraid of them? They're scared of Obsidian? Oh, okay.
All
right, I gotta go. I'm gonna go to bed.
It's not exactly friendly ground for black people. Sorry. I think
okay,
you know.
Well, I mean, if you can't stand the heat, get the hell out the kitchen. That's where I'm at.
All right.
She isn't willing to go to any platform. She's willing to go where she's gonna be protected. That's the truth. She doesn't want to face the real people. She doesn't want to really be accountable. She wants to put on a stunt and make it appear as though she's apologetic when she really isn't. That's the truth. She doesn't want to face the real people. She doesn't want to really be accountable. She wants to put on a stunt and make it appear as though she's apologetic when she really isn't. And how do I know she really isn't? Because of what she said herself. Here it is.
That are supporting you. A lot of people are saying that you shouldn't have apologized. Kind of, what's your take on the apology and whether you should have apologized or not?
Let's just say it's part of a
greater plan.
That's what she said. Oh, and by the way, she never actually said, I apologize. She gave a non-apology. She made a statement, a blanket statement. So don't play these games with us, sir. You're very well aware of what she said, and we're even more aware of what she said. So that's my take on this, guys. They're trying to do damage control for Pearl, and it's not working. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. This is the King Lemuel Podcast. Peace.